Welcome along to another video. I am That Cycling Chimp, and in this one my route is going to be the furthest I've ever cycled before. I'm inviting every single one of you guys that's watching this to join me in this journey as I take on my first Imperial century, 100 miles. There is a twist. So if you'd like to know a little bit more, or maybe you're new to the channel and you would just like to see Scotland by bike, you've came to the right place. So stick around, grab yourself a cuppa, kick back and relax, and let's get the show on the road. Today's adventure, I'm going to be a little bit like Quentin Tarantino and start from the end. Well, not really. What I'm doing here is, I've set base camp up in Cramond. Now, Cramond is a little village just outside Scotland's capital, Edinburgh, and it's here where today's ride will finish. Where does it start? Well, it actually starts technically in another country of England. I plan to do a Ride to the Sun 2025. A lot of you guys will probably know about this, or you've maybe already done it before, but for the ones that don't, Ride to the Sun is an event that's always around about the summer solstice. It actually takes on 100 miles from Carlisle to Cramond, and it picks up basically the old roads that the Romans used to go when they were coming from England to Scotland. So what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to go and get suited up, because I need to make my way down to the big Tesco's in Cramond, where I've managed to get safe passage down. So let's go and get suited up. So base camp I've set up in a car park just at Cramond Beach, and I'm very lucky to get a space. I actually got the last one when I got here, and we've still got a few hours before the ride actually starts. As I said, I'm going to get suited up. I'm going to have something to eat first, because we're actually riding through the night. This is going to be a greater challenge for me as well, because I've never really cycled through the night before. So we'll see how we go on with that one. Logistically for this ride, it was quite a hard one, just because of the nature of it and getting down to Carlisle. I was looking at getting the train down, but I couldn't get that because it was fully booked and there was very little spaces for the bike on the trains. I was then relying on a family member to take me down to Carlisle, but then somebody on Facebook actually reached out and said that the Cramond Scouts were running a bus and there was a few seats left. So I got in contact with the Scouts and I managed to secure safe passage to Carlisle. So as I said, I'm going to get suited up, I'm going to have something to eat, and then we're going to go down and get the bike loaded onto the truck that's going to take us down and find out where the bus is that's going to take me as well. Now, it's supposed to be really nice weather today, but it's pretty foggy up here in the East Coast. But hopefully it'll burn through that pretty soon. Well, that's me all suited and booted and ready to get down to get this bus. So let's clip in and see how we get on. I'm starting to feel a little bit anxious now. And we are off. The bike is feeling so heavy, just with the setup and the rig that I've got on this. I'm hoping what's going to happen is the bike will get lighter as we go on, because most of the weight is either food or clothing. I've got about a mile to the extraction zone and to get the bus. I've still got plenty of time. So, without further ado, this is the beginning of Ride to the Sun 2025. Well, that's me made it to Tesco's in Cramond, and the bike is loaded up onto that special Arctic lorry there that's going to take us down to Carlisle. Still a wee bit early, I've got about an hour left to go, but then we're going to jump on one of these buses, which is going to take us 3 hours to get down to Carlisle. So I'll see you guys when we get down there. That's me made it to Carlisle in one piece. The next question is, has the Green Hornet. So let's go and pick her up. I've got the bike back in one piece, but now I need to put all my baggage onto it and redress it. So let's get that done. That's me suited and booted. And now it's time to head down to Bits Park, where I'm going to catch up with a couple of people, hopefully, get my free badge and see if there's any other riders that I know. So let's go and have a look. There definitely seems to be a lot of cyclists round about here, so yep, I think I'm in the right place. I've got to join the queue for my commemorative badge. It's one of the ride founders that's actually given them out. It's an extra special touch.
Have a good one.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Hiya, how you doing?
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Not bad. Not bad at all. How are you?
Fantastic, that's fantastic.
I'm loving that. This is hilarious. This is fabulous.
Love it.
Love it.
You all ready for the ride today?
I think so. Third year trying to do it, so this is the final year. A friend was here year 22 when they did horrific thunderstorms. So we're hoping not for a repeat of that.
Now, I've just spotted somebody standing down in this field. It's part of the team. Hello, Dawn. How are you getting on?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
You made it in one piece.
I did.
This is
This must be Howard. You hold my bike a wee second. Just the camera is on, Howard, so you need to be nice. You can't swear in the camera. How are you getting on? That's today's team, already clipped in and ready to go. So let's do this. 100 miles. I'm pretty sure there's going to be blood, sweat and tears at some point in this one. Anyway, let's go. Well, that's the first mile down, just another 99 to go, and it is hot. As my old granny used to say, I'm sweeting like a wee brown loaf. Oh. Well, that's us on to the less busy roads now, and nearly at the border before we cross back over to Scotland. A little bit of a headwind in front of us, but it's nice because it's keeping us cool with this heat. It's still awful muggy. The weather is overcast as well. Just hope we don't get any rain later on when it cools down. Looking at today's Climb Pro profile, we've only got 3 climbs today. Now you think having 3 climbs it isn't much, but one of them I've been anticipating and wanting to do for a long time. That one is the Devil's Beeftub. Now quite a lot of people I know have gave me some tips and tricks. Some are saying it's pretty easy and I'll smash it because I've traversed the Bealach. Some people are saying it is very challenging, but one pedal stroke at a time, that's the best way of doing it. I'll tell you a little bit more about the Devil's Beeftub later on. I've got a fact or two for that, and I know you guys love your facts. Road we're on just now, we're heading towards Gretna. Only about 2 miles or something like that. And I'm hoping that the southwesterly wind is going to be behind us and take us all the way up. I'm still feeling strong on the bike just now. Granted, we've only done about 15 kilometres. Still got another 145 to go. I'll tell you how I'm feeling once I get to 100. And that's us just about to cross the border back into Scotland. So technically it was two countries we were in. We'll get a little photograph here and then we'll keep on going. Just across the road from the Scotland sign, we've got a little mileage marker telling us that we've got 89 miles till we get to Edinburgh. Anyway, let's clip in and start heading towards Moffat.
My mind about 5 times during the week, even up to this morning before leaving the house.
As I said, mostly.
The Quid Boardman gravel bike at the start of COVID, and I'm still quite attached to it, even though. How are you guys?
Not bad, yourself? Good, good.
Done this one before?
Nope. My first Imperial century as well, so once I get to Moffat I'll be crying. Once I get to the top of the Devil's Beeftub I'll be crying. Once I get to the rave I'll be crying.
It's the best way to be the first 100 miles. This one.
And that there is the Gretna Green blacksmith shop. Now, back in the day, it used to be illegal to be married in England at a certain age, but you could be married in Scotland at the age of 16. So people would elope across the border to get married. Obviously all the laws and everything's changed since then, and it's completely different. But people still get married there just for tradition. It is an excellent place to see if you're passing Gretna Green. So if you are, pop in and see it. Yep. So that's us. We're just about to hit climb 1 of 3. 1.1 kilometres, and it's a 2% gradient. It's not that big. Don't even know why it's called a climb. It's starting to get to that dusk time. You can probably see it in the camera in my face. It's still overcast, but and I'm pretty grateful that that cloud is there just now because it's taking some of that heat away. Anyway, 1 kilometre to go. We're doing pretty well. Done about 33 kilometres so far. Still feel good in the bike. And for some of you that's wondering where this climb is, it's in Echo Feckin. That's a brilliant Scottish word, isn't it? Echo Feckin. And that's the first climb done. Time for a wee snack. What am I going to have? I think I might have a little croissant. I know it's a croissant. Anyway, little chocolate one, we'll have this. Then we'll keep going. Yeah, I'm starting to have some problems with our GoPro again. Just wanting to stop recording. Pain in the backside when it does this. So I think we need to take the SD card out and have a little look. Snacks have been snacked, and now time to clip in and move on to Moffat for something to eat properly. Let's go. You can just look at this, look at all these cyclists out here enjoying this. Atmosphere is absolutely electric. How are we doing, guys? All right? By the way, I meant to introduce the team. I've got Dawn riding next to me. I've got David riding behind me, and Howard is somewhere behind us. I'll put all the Instagram tags and everything in the description below. If you want to try this ride, I'll put the commute link in the description below as well. So far, it's been a really good ride. Ah, there's Howard behind us now. It's clear. Tail. Whew. We are absolutely booking it to Moffat. Now, tail. Now, when I was talking earlier on about the Devil's Beeftub and Moffat, the two of them go hand in hand. Not only is it the biggest climb out of Moffat, but here's part of the story. So in the 18th and 19th century, Moffat was known as a spa town. Everybody used to go there for basically a spa day, as we would call it these days. And it was the sulphurous waters that everybody went to bathe in. Now these waters came from the bottom of the Devil's Beeftub. Now the Devil's Beeftub are four hills that are kind of interlinked together, and at the bottom of the four hills there's a big tub-like area, hence it's called the Devil's Beeftub. But where does the devil come from? Well, way back in the day, a certain clan, who shall remain nameless just now because I forgot, there was a certain clan that used to rustle cattle, and they used to hide it in the Beeftub area. They were locally known as the Devils, and hence why the Devil's Beeftub became known as what it is. It's a 7-mile climb, and at the opposite side we've got a 12-mile descent. So I'm looking forward to the descent. I'm not really sure I'm looking forward to the climb. It's now 9:15 at night, and it's still light, as it's the longest day of the year. We are going to lose this light soon, and apparently it's a spectacular view up the Devil's Beeftub with all the cyclists and their lights. So onward to Moffat, and let's get something to eat. "60 kilometres in, 102 to go. Fatigue's starting to get in a little bit. It's just my eyes are kind of stinging. I think it's just with the sweat and the heat. Legs have still got power in them. That's the main thing. And the good thing is we're getting some good drafts off the pelotons as well, which is fun. Just look at those rolling hills. And we're just about to pass Beeftub. I can tell you one thing, it's my buttocks that's starting to get a little bit sore. I'm hoping, as I let the Rafa Club pass, I'm hoping that we're not too far away from Moffat. I am absolutely dying for some carbs, some chips, maybe even a little bit of fish. Haven't had anything to eat for a little while. In terms of real food, that is. It's still absolutely roasting. Anyway, I think these guys are wanting chips too. Welcome to the dark sky town of Moffat. It's a place I've drove through before. I've never cycled through it before. Let's go and investigate and see what's happening. They're no messing for the chips. That's what I'm saying.
Chimp.
Hello. I'm a sociable chimp.
What's it like being an internet celebrity?
I'm not really an ultimate celebrity, to be fair. Well, the place is absolutely alive with everybody kicking about. Right, let's see if we can get some chips. I see an Insta-Avenger standing there. Hello! How you getting on? I haven't seen Tom. Is he round about?
Oh yeah, he's way ahead.
Oh, I was wanting to see him on the road, obviously.
No.
Finally, I've got some chips and a can of Coke. So let's get munching. Well, that's us had our chips. We've resupplied and we're just about to hit the Devil's Beeftub. Don't know about you guys, but I feel kind of ravey tonight. Let's go to the dancing. But first, we need to go up this climb. Now, I don't know how well this is going to translate to the camera, but this is something, as a cyclist, you have to experience. I'm looking across and up the Devil's Beeftub, and all you can see is little red flashing dots. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. There's just so many people. There's 1,200 people riding this, and I would say we're kind of in the middle group, because there's still quite a lot behind us in Moffat, but this is just something else. I'm only 2 kilometres up the Devil's Beeftub, and it is challenging, but I don't think I've got to any steep parts yet. I'm just glad I can't see it because it's pitch black, because I think mentally all you're doing is just pedal stroke after pedal stroke. I've got Climb Pro on, I can see what's going on, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It's definitely one I wanted to tick off the list. Anyway, I'll know when I'm near the top because I'll hear the bagpipes. I will say one thing, it's long. Oh, that's a bit better. I wouldn't say it's very challenging. It is a hill, it is a climb, it's making me work for it, but I wouldn't say it's too technical, certainly not as steep as the likes of Bealach-na-Ba or Dunreg Bray. But then again, I'm not at the top yet. I think it might pull in a few surprises for me before I get there. But it's just absolutely amazing what I'm seeing. All these lights, you can see red dots all in front of me, just flashing. And behind me, I can see all the white lights. It's still absolutely swelteringly warm in terms of, I'm just leaking from everywhere. My arms are absolutely soaking, my legs are soaking. Maybe that's why they call it the Devil's Beeftub, because it's hotter than hell. You're absolutely soaking when you're going through it. The midges are out in force. One of the other things I like to see as well is all the bikes. Certain bikes are all lit up with different colours. So it's like the Paint the Night parade at Disneyland. Absolutely brilliant. I think we're just over halfway the ride. Starting to get a little bit tired now, obviously because it's night time, but still got a lot in the tank. I just wish I'd brought my chamois cream. Starting to get a bit of a sore bottom. Devil's Beeftub smashed. 38 minutes, 38 seconds. Gradient of 3%, 277 metres. What a climb. And we're just about to get to the very top where all the cyclists and the pipers are. Absolutely chuffed with that effort, really am. It's another climb ticked off the bucket list. Let's go and see if we can hear a piper or two. And now that's us at the top of the Devil's Beeftub. Piper and all. That was a piper at the top of the Devil's Beeftub. Now, the rumour is there's a 12-mile descent. I'm going to the dancing. Are you coming? Come on then. I can hear dance music. I think we're just about to hit the Crooked Inn. Absolutely amazing. Now hopefully I'll not get copyright striked on YouTube for the music that's getting played because it's pretty loud, but actually quite good to go off the bike for a couple of minutes. Stretch. That's some descent, but it's hard going. How are you enjoying your ride so far, Howard?
Well, just another ride. I mean,
What about yourself, Don? How are you been getting on?
It's brilliant! Look at this! A rave in the dark in the middle of nowhere. What more could you ask for?
Have a banana. Oi, oi! Bet you never thought you'd see a dancing monkey. That's us had our toilet break, had a little dance at the dancing. Got 40 miles left. Just about to hit my grand fondo at 100 kilometres, then it's unknown territory. I've never cycled any further than that. But I feel as if I've got a lot in the tank and I think I'm going to do this. Still got a climb or two to do, but according to Climb Pro, but we'll see exactly what it's like when we go there. Let's get clipped in and continue the journey. Come on, Isabella, let's go. It's now 2 o'clock in the morning. I've officially cycled my furthest distance of 125 kilometres. I'm so chuffed. It's been absolutely riding strong. I've got one more climb to do. I've got a little bit left in the tank, but the fatigue's starting to hit now just because it's in the middle of the night I'm cycling. The ride so far, physically challenging, but it's been very mentally demanding, especially in these kind of roads where it's just so isolated and everybody's all kind of strung out. There's not very many kind of bigger groups now, so we've just got to push on. One more climb, and we've got the city of Edinburgh to cycle through. That'll be fun. We've also had some lightning strikes. We've had no thunder yet, but I hope it's just going to stay dry. I don't know if I'll be able to catch this, but the man running down that street there is Mr. Isa, and he has ran from Carlisle to Cramond. So he's not rode to the sun, he's running to the sun. Sorry, I've not got my light on, hold on. We did pass him as we were coming in to Edinburgh, and obviously we shouted, and I can't believe I never caught him in the camera, but that's him just passing there, so hopefully I might get to see him when I get down there, because I've already seen Isabella. I think Isabella might be quite soon passing on her bike as well. I've only got about less than 20 kilometres left, and then that's us at Cramond. So let's get through the streets of Edinburgh. Once again, you got it. What an absolute legend. Unbelievable. 100 miles running. I can't even fathom cycling it, but I'm nearly there. And it's a place I've never cycled in before, Edinburgh City, so this is going to be good. Whoa! 160 kilometres in the bag, 100 miles. Your Chimp has just done his first Imperial century. I'm absolutely over the moon about this. I feel so grateful for riding with the people that I have today, and I just rode so strong. I'm so chuffed. I think I've got a decent time as well. It was probably one of my greatest rides that I've done in terms of just for speed and endurance. But it's not all over yet, because we need to go down to the beach to see the sunrise. Now wait till you see this. The amount of people here is absolutely phenomenal. Everybody must be chuffed with what they've done. And now we've just got to find a good spot that we can watch the sunrise. Mr. Isa. Well, that's us nearly got to the end of yet another video and another adventure. But I've got a couple of wee things I want to say just before I go. First off, you guys will all be thinking how I feel after doing my first Imperial century. And I can tell you just now, I am chuffed. I cannot believe what the human body is capable of. Before I went into it, I didn't think I was going to complete 100 miles, and I absolutely smashed it. I was overthinking quite a lot of things, but in the end, I done it. It's opened up my horizons for things I want to do in the future. More about that later. A couple of shout outs I want to give. Every single person that participated in that event, if it was your first Imperial century or you've done it many times before in the years previously, well done to every single one of you that completed it. It is just a mammoth task, and it's an absolutely brilliant achievement and accomplishment you've done. Also want to give a shout out and a thanks to the wee team that I had with Don, David and Howard. You guys made the ride so much more bearable with the banter and the stories, and obviously the memories that we've got out of this as well. Another huge shout out I want to give. Not very often you get to see, as I call them, the Insta-Vengers when we get together, but we did get to see Isabella, and I haven't seen her for quite some time, so it was very nice to see her, and I hope to see you out in the trails because we'll be looking for some advice for odd accents soon. I just want to give an absolutely massive shout out to Mr. Isa, because he ran that full route 100 miles, and I still can't comprehend in my mind what he must have been thinking and going through when he was running that. I want to give a huge thanks to the Cramond Scouts for getting me down to Carlisle. The service that he's put on was absolutely spot on, and definitely I would be using you guys again to get down to Carlisle, if of course I do ride to the sun next year. Again, I would like to thank the residents of Moffat for putting up with all those cyclists getting in. It was a great little town that we went through, and you could just see the community spirit between all the cyclists. Everybody was getting along pretty good, and the atmosphere was absolutely electric. Also want to thank the Crooked Inn for the wee rave that we had halfway through it. That was a highlight of the route. Even though we didn't get to stay too long, it was still very good to get there, and the music was bang on too. Another huge thanks I want to give is to Fraser and Gary, who are the organisers of Ride to the Sun. You guys have put on an event that honestly any cyclist should attempt to do it. It is an absolutely fantastic ride. I got to meet a lot of old friends on the ride. I got to make new friends on the ride, and the stories and the banter that was going along the full route was absolutely hilarious, and it definitely is hands down one of the best events I've attended so far. The last thanks I want to give is every single one of you guys that's watching these videos, because I didn't know the community of cyclists that mostly watch these were on that ride, and everybody that come up to me, all the kind words you were giving me with the photographs and the stories that we were telling each other was absolutely brilliant. And I'm a pretty sociable person, so if you see me out and about, give a wave or say a hello. I really enjoy making these videos, and with what I'm being told when I'm out there with the people that's enjoying them, and the encouragement I'm getting from the comments, and the inspiration from some of the other cyclists out there as well. It's a great feeling, and honestly, I'm going to try and keep this going as much as I can. Now, I'm thinking to myself, what's the next adventure going to be for the Chimp? I've got a Brompton. Maybe we could look into something with that. Anyway, if you liked this video, give us a huge thumbs up, and if you really liked it, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell, because it's your subscribing that keeps the Chimp rolling and riding. And as I said, I really enjoy making these videos and showcasing Scotland by bike. Hope to see you all in the next one, but in the meantime you can check out my last video up there somewhere, or you can check out previously on That Cycling Chimp, which are archive videos in my cycling journey to date. Until the next adventure guys, bye for now, and remember to pedal smart out there.